In the era before any iterations or even concepts of Law and Order, In the Heat of the Night took the spotlight, with Carroll O'Connor leading as Police Chief Bill Gillespie, alongside Howard Rollins as Police Detective Virgil Tibbs, not to mention the unforgettable Bubba. Loosely inspired by the 1967 film and 1965 novel of the same name, this highly praised series tackled crime, as well as challenging issues like racism and domestic violence. It's no wonder this show remained on the air for such an extended period, from 1988 to 1995 to be precise. Join us as we journey through time to explore the evolution of the esteemed cast, reminiscing on their remarkable contributions and honoring those who have left an unforgettable legacy. Stay tuned to discover who among these beloved stars has left us after 36 remarkable years. Alan Autry as Captain V.L. Bubba Skinner. Capt. Bubba Skinner, though somewhat imposing, possesses a strong moral compass. He was like a student under O'Connor's character, which made Tibbs's arrival a bit challenging for him to accept. Bubba had a tough exterior but a compassionate core. He's famously known for labeling racists and bigots as knotheads. Alan Autry entered the scene relatively late due to his involvement in another arena. In 1975, using the alias Carlos Brown, he was selected by the Green Bay Packers and even started 3 games as quarterback the following season. However, after being released from the team by the esteemed football player and then coach Bart Starr, Autry relocated to Hazard County, technically Hollywood, but he first appeared semi-regularly in The Dukes of Hazzard in 1981. Later, he took on the role of Bubba. The episode Every Man's Family in Season 7 was intended as a pilot for a potential spin-off featuring Bubba Skinner, but it never materialized. Following this, he secured a recurring part on Grace Under Fire as Rick Bradshaw. Then in 1999, he landed another recurring role in Sons of Thunder, the spin-off of the Chuck Norris classic Walker, Texas Ranger. Learn more about Chuck and his crew in our Texas Ranger flashback. His most recent appearance was in the 2017 MMA action movie Victory by Submission. Autry is also deeply committed to his Christian faith, dedicating a significant portion of his time to charitable endeavors. In 2000, he ventured into politics and served 2 consecutive 4-year terms as mayor of Fresno until 2009. Presently at 71, he also holds the position of CEO at the Autry Entertainment Group. David Hart as Officer Parker Williams. Officer Parker Williams embodies the quintessential Southern gentleman, a compassionate individual deeply invested in the well-being of Sparta's residents. David Hart embarked on his acting journey in the early 80s. His inaugural recurring role was on In the Heat of the Night, a pinnacle he never surpassed in his career. His latest screen appearance was in the 2011 Western film Forgiven, crafted by Alan Autry, also known as Bubba. He has graced the screens in numerous cinematic productions. Hart continues to grace theater stages nationwide, most recently taking on roles like Charlemagne in Pippin and Oscar in The Odd Couple. Additionally, he has featured in a plethora of commercials, including IHOP restaurants, Maxwell House Coffee, Coors Light, John Deere, and GE. Hart was predominantly raised by his mother, Jeanette Lassiter Anderson, in Panama City, Florida, where he attended local educational institutions. Encouraged by his father, Lloyd Hart, Jr., he pursued studies at Chipola Junior College after impressing in a production of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown at Rutherford High School. Hart was awarded an acting scholarship to attend the college in Marianna, Florida. Ann Tabor is Hart's spouse, and from a previous marriage he has 3 children, one of whom is Mamrie Hart, an accomplished author, actress, comedian, and YouTuber. Carroll O'Connor as Chief William Ofas Bill Gillespie. For many performers, landing the starring role in a long-standing, award-winning primetime drama based on a cherished film would mark the pinnacle of their career. But for Carroll O'Connor, it was merely routine. Born in New York City in 1924, O'Connor enlisted in the Merchant Marines during World War II and later pursued studies in English at the University of Montana. His passion for acting ignited during a voyage to Ireland in 1950, prompting him to enroll at University College Dublin. Throughout much of the 1960s, O'Connor navigated the Hollywood landscape, making guest appearances on shows such as Dr. Kildare and Ben Casey, while securing minor roles in movies like Cleopatra and Point Break. Then in 1971, iconic television innovator Norman Lear presented him with the opportunity of a lifetime, the role of Archie Bunker, the cantankerous, prejudiced patriarch at the heart of All in the Family. Despite audience confusion conflating Archie's conservative views with O'Connor's own, the show resonated deeply with viewers. O'Connor reprised the role in the sequel series Archie Bunker's Place from 1979 to 1983. Upon joining the cast of In the Heat of the Night, O'Connor initially clashed with the show's producers over its narrative direction. His focus leaned more towards exploring the lives of the people of Sparta and addressing social issues arising from the civil rights movement, diverging from the conventional crime-centric plots of Season 1. By Season 2, O'Connor assumed the roles of executive producer and story editor, reshaping the show to align with his vision. Following the conclusion of Night in 1995, O'Connor made sporadic appearances in various series and films, notably portraying Helen Hunt's father on NBC's Mad About You, and emerged as a staunch advocate against drug abuse following the tragic passing of his son Hugh. In 2001, O'Connor succumbed to a heart attack at the age of 76. Howard E. Rollins, Jr. as Chief of Detectives Virgil Tibbs. Howard Rollins faced perhaps the most challenging task in the small-screen adaptation of In the Heat of the Night, assuming the iconic role of Virgil Tibbs following in the footsteps of one of Hollywood's most revered actors. Tibbs, a refined detective from Philadelphia, is called upon to unofficially integrate the police force of his hometown in Mississippi. Rollins put his stamp on the character, portraying a more approachable and less embittered Tibbs compared to Poitier's portrayal. However, his battles with health issues and legal troubles stemming from substance abuse eventually led to his departure from the series after Season 6. Born in Baltimore, Maryland, Rollins pursued acting studies at Towson University before relocating to New York in 1974. His notable appearances include roles in the Martin Luther King Jr. biographical miniseries King, 1978, and acclaimed performances in Ragtime and the World War II drama A Soldier's Story, directed by Norman Jewison, who helmed the original In the Heat of the Night film. Rollins encountered legal issues in 1988 when he was arrested for possession of cocaine in Louisiana. Subsequently, he faced 3 arrests within an 8-month period between 1992 and 93 on charges related to driving under the influence. With the threat of imprisonment looming if he returned to Georgia for filming Season 7, Rollins's character was written out of the show and replaced by a new character portrayed by Carl Weathers. Although Rollins made occasional guest appearances in Season 7, his career tapered off aside from a role in the indie film Drunks and a few minor television appearances. Tragically, in 1996, Rollins was diagnosed with lymphoma and passed away in New York due to complications just 6 weeks later. Anne Marie Johnson as Althea Tibbs. Althea Tibbs serves as the wife of Virgil and doubles as an educator and advisor. Anne Marie completed her studies at UCLA, earning a theater degree, and embarked on her acting journey in 1973. However, it wasn't until 1984 that she began to attract attention, notably for her portrayal of Lynn Williams in Hill Street Blues. Many viewers fondly recall her character Nadine from every installment of the spin-off What's Happening Now. Following this role, she seamlessly transitioned into the character of Althea Tibbs. Later, she graced the screens again in Season 5 of the comedy series In Living Color in 1993. Upon departing from In the Heat of the Night, Johnson ventured into the realm of comedy with a stint on the Fox sketch comedy series In Living Color during its final season. 1993-1994. Subsequently, she assumed the role of Alicia Barnett in the Fox primetime soap opera Melrose Place from 1995 to 1996. From 1997 to 2002, she made recurring appearances on the CBS series JAG as Representative Bobby Latham. In 2019, she secured a regular part in the short-lived NBC drama The In-Between, and in 2020, she had recurring roles in the Oprah Winfrey Network drama Cherish the Day and the ABC legal thriller How to Get Away with Murder. Johnson has been married once and does not have children. Since January 1, 1996, she has been married to Martin Gray. Randall Franks as Officer Randy Good. Randall Franks portrayed Officer Randy Good in the series. He is set to portray Dr. Caring in the upcoming psychological thriller The Ageless, adapted from an upcoming book by Deborah Robillard. Additionally, he has both directed and starred in the short film The American's Creed, set in the American Revolution era, where he embodies the character of Captain Robert B. Shields. Furthermore, he has been involved in the production of the documentary The Making of the American's Creed. Franks entered the realm of television during his youth, showcasing his musical talents on various variety shows as a musician and vocalist. He follows in the footsteps of several family members who have made significant contributions to the film and television industry, including Cecil B. DeMille, Buster Keaton, John Wayne, Lucille Ball, Jimmy Stewart, Andy Griffith, James Dean, Katharine Hepburn, and Bing Crosby. In 2007, Franks collaborated with Ramblin' Doc Tommy Scott and co-author Shirley No Sweesh to complete the autobiography Snake Oil, Superstars and Me, chronicling Scott's remarkable 90-year journey in stage, film, and television, culminating in a comprehensive 700-page project. Hugh O'Connor as Latender Lonnie Jameson. Actor Hugh O'Connor was adopted as an infant by Carol O'Connor and his spouse, Nancy. Starting at 16, he wrestled with substance abuse issues, undergoing treatment in 3 separate rehabilitation facilities. Apart from his appearance in the 1985 television film Brass, his sole acting credit was for portraying Lonnie Jameson on In the Heat of the Night. Lonnie remained one of the few characters to feature in every installment of the series, initially serving as a patrolman, but ultimately rising to the rank of lieutenant and serving as acting chief of detectives in Sparta. In a sense, Lonnie's character development paralleled that of the actor portraying him, as his role grew increasingly significant over the course of the series. O'Connor tied the knot with his spouse Angela in 1992, welcoming their son Sean into the world the following year. However, despite his efforts, his struggles with addiction persisted, and tragically, in 1995, O'Connor took his own life. Carol O'Connor garnered attention by publicly identifying his son's drug supplier, holding the individual responsible for Hugh's untimely demise. Later, O'Connor advocated for a California statute enabling families of substance abuse victims to pursue legal action against drug dealers for compensation. Jeffrey Thorne as Sergeant Wilson Sweet. Officer Wilson Sweet was the confident newcomer fresh from the police academy and one of the earliest African-American men to join the police department. Jeffrey Thorne commenced his career in 1987, showcasing his talent for portraying law enforcement officers with a guest appearance on Hill Street Blues. Although his most prominent role was in the Heat of the Night, he maintained steady work until 2000, concluding with a brief stint on the series Bull. In 2017, Marvel Entertainment appointed Thorne as the lead writer and showrunner for the animated Avengers series, which was renamed Avengers: Black Panther's Quest. Subsequently, in 2019, he assumed the role of co-executive producer for Ghost, the inaugural spin-off of the widely popular Starz Network series, Power. Additionally, Thorne co-founded Genre 19, a creative studio established with artist Todd Harris in 2008. Thorne established The Winterman Project, a small publishing venture where he produces short stories, comics, and ebooks. He describes it as a creative playground, a space where I can write and create freely without external constraints. In late 2017, he launched Winterman Comics, a collection of comics that includes an anthology series and various titles. Lois Nettleton as Joanne St. John starred for a span of 2 seasons as Joanne St. John, the proprietor of the Magnolia Cafe, a popular dining establishment in Sparta and Gillespie's romantic interest. She clinched 2 Emmy Awards during her professional journey. The initial accolade was for her portrayal of Susan B. Anthony in the television film The American Woman, Profiles in Courage, 1977, and the subsequent recognition came for A Gun for Mandy, 1983, an installment of the religious anthology Insight. Nettleton made appearances in episodes of the CBS Radio Mystery Theater. In her later stages of life, she lent her voice to characters such as Athena in Herc's Adventures and Maleficent in House of Mouse and Mickey's House of Villains. Nettleton was the inaugural caller to Gene Shepard's nocturnal radio broadcast on WR, subsequently becoming his 3rd spouse. She frequented the program as a guest, recognized by the audience as the listener. They tied the knot on December 3, 1960 in Tarrytown, New York, but parted ways in 1967. Nettleton made her final public appearance in August 2007 at a Twilight Zone convention in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. On January 18, 2008, she passed away in Woodland Hills, California, at the age of 80 from a brain tumor. A highly altered depiction of Nettleton surfaces in James Ellroy's 2021 novel Widespread Panic and in his 2023 novel The Enchanters. Denise Nicholas as Harriet DeLong. First appeared on the series in a recurring capacity in 1989 as Sparta City Councilwoman Harriet DeLong. A divorced woman, her initial interactions with Chief Gillespie were marked by significant conflict, leading to frequent clashes upon her introduction to the show. Nicholas commenced her television acting journey in 1968, featuring in an episode of It Takes a Thief. She received 3 consecutive 1970, 1972 Golden Globe nominations for Best Actress in a Drama TV Series for her portrayal of Liz McIntyre on the ABC comedy drama series Room 222. Following her tenure on Room 222, 1969 to 1974, she earned 2 Image Awards in 1976 for Outstanding Actress in a Motion Picture and Outstanding Actress in a Drama Series for her performance as Beth Foster in Let's Do It Again, 1975. Nicholas crossed paths with CBS sports anchor Jim Hill at a poetry reading event in Sacramento in June 1980. They exchanged vows on Valentine's Day in 1981. The couple encountered marital issues in October 1981, leading to a separation, though they reconciled shortly after. Nicholas initiated divorce proceedings once more in 1984, with the divorce being finalized in 1987. Carl Weathers, as Chief Hampton Forbes, entered the ensemble during the ultimate season portraying Police Chief Hampton Forbes. Specifically chosen by the Sparta City Council to helm the department subsequent to the contentious dismissal of Bill Gillespie, Forbes becomes the initial African-American chief of the department. Weathers made an appearance in the music video for Michael Jackson's Liberian Girl and starred in the 1996 Adam Sandler comedy Happy Gilmore as Chubbs, a golfing luminary instructing Happy in the sport. He revisited the character nearly 4 years later in the Sandler comedy Little Nicky. While filming a stunt in Happy Gilmore, Weathers sustained fractures to 2 vertebrae, resulting in severe pain for 3 to 4 years due to poor self-fusion of his osteophytes. Weathers exchanged vows with Mary Ann Castle in 1973. The union yielded 2 sons but culminated in divorce in 1983. In 1984, he entered matrimony with Rona Unsell, yet their marriage concluded in divorce in 2006. In 2007, Weathers married Jennifer Peterson, only to divorce in 2009. Weathers passed away at his residence in Los Angeles on February 2, 2024, at the age of 76, due to atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease. Crystal Fox as Officer Luann Corbin. portrayed Officer Luann Corbin in the third season. Following the tragic death of Officer Christine Rankin, the first African-American woman to join the force, Corbin is enlisted as her successor. Luann frequently chauffeured Gillespie and served as the intermediary between him and Harriet before their relationship became public. In 2013, Fox landed a leading role in the prime-time soap opera The Haves and the Have-Nots on the Oprah Winfrey Network, produced by Tyler Perry. She portrayed Hannah Young, a compassionate single mother employed as the maid for the affluent Cryer family, also serving as the close friend and confidant of the lady of the house, Catherine Cryer. In 2019, Fox secured a role in the second season of the HBO drama series Big Little Lies as the mother of Zoe Kravitz's character, Elizabeth Howard. Alongside the ensemble cast, she received a nomination for the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance in a Drama Series. In 2021, Fox starred in 3 film adaptations based on V.C. Andrews' novels for Lifetime. In 2022, she was cast alongside Chris O'Dowd in the Apple TV Plus comedy series The Big Door Prize. And with that, we conclude our journey through the lives of the talented cast members of In the Heat of the Night, spanning from its inception in 1988 to its conclusion in 1995. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on your favorite shows and stars. Until next time, take care.